Yeah.
Patreon. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Lemon Vapes coming right back at you with another video over here. Today, we're going to be talking about just updates of what's going on during the week and things that have been going on in our lives. And while this is going on, Tommy's going to be rebuilding my... It's been a long week. Anyway, it's only Tuesday. Yeah, it's only Tuesday, so...
Although this video is going up Thursday. Which you guys know, since you're watching it.
And the scheduling.
Thursday.
Alright, so, as of lately, over the weekend, I had to...
Do you want to use this on your DNA or just on mods? Because I can't really build it low enough for you to build it on your DNA.
If you can't build it for the DNA, then don't.
Okay.
Are we editing that out?
No. Okay. Well, maybe.
Now that I said it. Anyway, yeah, I had to put my car into the shop on Friday at 8 a.m. because I had gotten into a car accident as of last week, which is a bummer. So, my dad, being the guy he is, told me that we're not getting a loaner, and he's not going to let me use one of his cars to drive, which isn't that big of a deal, but at the same time, I can't rent a car because I'm only 18. So, I've been bumming off rides from friends, mainly this guy over here, and we've been hanging out pretty much every day like we used to on a regular basis now. And over the weekend, I spent my time hanging with him. We had a jam session at a friend's house, which was a mixture of a kickback, a jam session with a bunch of people. Very nice, very relaxed. I went to Habibi Cafe, which is a hookah bar in Los Angeles. I chill out there every once in a while. Sometimes I'll smoke hookah, sometimes I won't. Do not smoke hookah. It does have tobacco in it. If you don't want that, don't do it. Just my advice. But yeah, always a good weekend. Very relaxed, very easygoing, and you know, I can't complain. How was your weekend?
You know, you were there.
For most of it.
For most of it, yeah. My weekend was pretty good. I don't really remember what I did. I hung out. I hung out with, not because I got drunk or anything, I just don't remember, frankly.
Highlights.
I hung out with a few of my friends. And then I put my car in the shop today. And then because there was like a check engine light or something on it, so I had to just put it in to the shop for like 3 or 4 hours while they did that. Thankfully, they came back with a clean on the car. So yeah, that was fun. We went to a few vape shops, and later on in this video, I'll show you a few of the juices that we got there, and a few juices that we are vaping on currently.
The vape shop was, what was it called?
I don't fucking remember.
It literally just said vape shop on the sign, so forgive us.
Vapor Bar.
Vapor Bar.
Something. It's on Ventura.
It's on Ventura Boulevard in the Valley. Forgive us if we don't remember. It's near Ventura and Van Nuys, just down the street. If you go take a right coming down Van Nuys, and with a very, very nice vapor store. We talked to a lady there who was very nice. I'm in negotiations with her to potentially buy her Valkyrie, which would be great. If not, I can't. It's not a big deal. She was very nice enough to give me a free juice called Space Jam. It was well, that's the company. The specific juice is called Galactica, which is kind of a berry mix, but I will say this was from her very own juice collection, and very nice. And the entire store had a very good vibe to it. It was very personal. They got very they were willing to talk to you and spend time with you.
And I was this close to buying a Blackhawk Panzer clone. But, you know, I just figured that I'd wait a bit because at this point in time I don't really need any new mods. I want to see, just, you know, wait a few weeks or so and see what my life is like at that point.
By life, he means hanging out with me. Anyway. Well,
sadly.
Yeah. And here's a photo of a chicken again.
That was amusing.
Anyway, so we're putting together these videos once a week of just regular talking and discussion videos of what's going on in our lives, what's happening in the vape world, what's happening in the regular world. I mean, hell, today we got word on CNN about Nebraska being in a kind of a state of emergency because of the weather. Jesus Christ, that's some scary stuff, man. Whoever lives out in Nebraska is watching this video. We send our prayers. We hope that everything's okay and make it through this. What else is going on that we should talk about?
Good question. Talk about your vaping career.
What vaping career? It started out with
No. I mean, like, just like where you started on vaping, because like we never really talked about that. And I'll be done building by the time you're done.
All right. So where I started vaping was this guy had these little cigarette type of what would you call them?
Cigalikes. That's what they are, yeah.
And we'd vape on those, and he'd have ones that are zero nicotine, and then ones that have nicotine in it. I, being the non-smoker I was, chose to vape on the ones that had zero nicotine. So I would vape on those for fun and be like, look at how much vapor I can produce, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, fast forward, Tommy starts evolving. Oh, damn it!
This isn't even my final form.
His power level is over 9. Okay, he gets to his next stage in his vaping career, which was literally jumping to the iTaste, the MVP. And from there, it just kind of skyrocketed. He had tanks like the Pro Tank 2. He ended up getting an Evic also, which he used that on in that time he was vaping on Swagger.
Swagger by Pink Spot Vapors. That was my first vape liquid that I used for a solid 3 months.
And from there, Tommy really...
Where are you going?
I'm checking my phone. Give me a second.
You just wait till you get back.
Okay.
You guys are patient.
We love you. All right. So then from there, I bought him the Pro Tank Mini for, I think it was your birthday.
No, you bought me the Patriot for my birthday.
No, I also bought you a Pro Tank the Mini.
Oh right, no, that was for Christmas or Hanukkah.
Because I'm a good little Jewish boy, I bought him a gift, and he was vaping on that. And I think he bought a Chiyu. He took the step to mechanicals, and he got the Chiyu clone and the Patriot clone. And that's when I said, I should probably get my own just because, it'd be interesting. So I purchased a little, what do you call those? The twist?
Ego twists,
Ego twists.
Well, I mean, before that, you started buying all of these, I remember this. He started buying all of the Cigalike ones, and, like, he'd buy them, and then he wouldn't use them. He'd say, like, I don't need this. And then he'd decide to give it to me or something for no apparent reason, or just throw them away, and I was getting really frustrated. I was like, why are you buying these if you're not even going to use them?
So, I ended up buying a little Ego Twist, and I bought that with a Pro Tank Mini from the Vapor Spot. Bought a few of their in-house juices, which are very good. Jesus Christ, that doesn't have a battery in it.
Oh, okay.
I'll just put in a battery. And from there, I had already known about mechanicals because I had been around Tommy long enough to see how they work, what he does with them, and being at vapor shops all the time, even when I didn't use them. I mean, I just kind of was accustomed to the community and the jumping from phases. So instead of buying like the in between, I guess like for me it would be you go from Ego Twist to something like an MVP, a box type mod, to a mechanical. I just jumped a step, I believe. That's what I consider it. And I went to the Enzonic, which is still my first mod. And I like it.
You're not going to have 2 first mods.
Yeah,
but okay.
Shut up. I used that with an IGO-W, and I've enjoyed that. But since then, I purchased more tanks. And I purchased a mod. Unfortunately, purchased a mod that I can't use thanks to my dumb friend who managed to drop it after only 3 days of owning it. So, Ariel, if you're watching this, you're an asshole. He dropped my Pulse by RM Mods and broke the locking mechanism. So if any of you out there have a Pulse willing to sell or trade, or just the locking mechanism, which I doubt, I will be happy to purchase that from you. Or if you're in the greater LA area, which I would pray, I can meet you in person. Anyway, getting beyond that. After that, I was just vaping on the Enzonic, and I would buy tanks. I have the IGO-W. I purchased the Magma by Paradigm, which you also have a review on. And then I purchased my first Jenny, which was the Proud T, which is a perfect dripper.
And if you guys don't know, Jenny means Genesis-style atomizer.
And we will have a review on the Proud T coming up in the next few weeks. I just want to still get used to it a little bit and be able to tell you everything I know about it. Anyway, so after that, Tommy gave me his K-Fun clone, the original one that he purchased. And I liked it. I like it. The only issue is it does leak a little bit, mainly because everything leaks. So, I mean, it's basically what you get in the clone.
Well, no, like any K-Fun leaks.
Yeah.
Just because, in order to, if you don't want to use the fill hole, you turn it upside down to screw down the top of it. So I have one right here. you take this off, you fill it, and then you screw it on a little, turn it upside down, then screw the rest of it on. And when you do that, juice gets into places that it shouldn't be in.
Exactly what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now I've been vaping with the Patriot clone that Tommy started out with.
Which I am building right now.
And I purchased a DNA 30 clone by Canna Mods, and the original is by Hannah Mods, as everyone pretty much knows now.
No, the clone is called Canna Mods. It's by Cloudpore.
Canna Mods by Cloudpore, sorry. And I love it. I use it all the time. It's great. It fills all my needs. I barely use the Enzonic. And the only time I really do use the Enzonic, to be quite honest, is when the battery on the DNA dies. And it's pretty low right now, so it's kind of just sitting there plugged in. That's why I'm not vaping on it. And now we've just reached where I am now, where I'm vaping pretty much on a regular basis.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just watching you, sorry. Vaping on a regular basis for fun. I enjoy doing it for the flavors. I do take pride in being able to give you guys lessons in what you should and shouldn't buy. Even though I was a non-smoker, I can't really relate. I do think the combo of a non-smoker and someone that was once a smoker can be informal and I guess
informative
and somewhat influential on you guys for what you purchase, what you do and you don't. And for those of you that were non-smokers that are interested in getting into vaping, I guess I can be a prime example of how, why, and what.
The way that I look at it is that there's a lot of vapors out there who didn't smoke in the first place, but wanted to go to vaping just because they thought it was fun. And don't get me wrong, it is. It's a lot of fun. But I was also one of those people who went to vaping first, and then I went to smoking, and then I went back to vaping. I'll explain that all in a minute. But when I did that, when I see these people, when I see all these people that go from vaping without nicotine to vaping with nicotine, I really don't like that much, and Alex doesn't do that. But that's one of the reasons why I don't like to see people that only vape, that have never smoked. I don't usually like to see those types of people. But if you are one, I have respect for you. But just off, judging a book by its cover, that's just how I feel about it. But yeah, so my vaping story, now that I'm done with his device, you'll get to see the vapor production of it. Let me just start off with my story. Suppose. Okay.
Tommy smokes a lot.
So, I thought I heard a phone. Anyway.
Mine.
So my vaping career started first when I was summer after sophomore year. I went to Israel with a few friends on a trip or something. And when I got there, there was this place called the Gentleman's Store or something like that. And I went there and I saw that they had these e-cigs, and all my friends already had them. Like, on that trip, they got them at different places. And I saw one, I was like, oh, this is cool. It had 0 nicotine. I got it and I used it during that trip. That was the start of my vaping career. I vaped for around 2 to 3 months on the Cigalikes. After that, first company was Vapor for Life, if you've ever heard of them. They make pretty good juices, and I heard the Vapor Zeus is really good for what it's capable of. It's like one of the best out there. But I got some juices from Vapor for Life as well as some of their Cigalike things, and I used them for a few months, and then I stopped. And I was done with vaping, no smoking even, for like 3 or 4 months. And then spring break came along my junior year. And I was like, I just want to smoke for like spring break. I don't know what was going on in my head, but I went to San Jose to visit a few friends, and I was smoking during that time on just Marlboro Lights or Marlboro Menthols. And I did that for about a month, for about 2 to 3 months, and Alex was around for that. Through the second half of junior year, I was staying over at his house like almost every day, just because he lived like a block away from me at the time, so he just used to go to school in the morning. And I was smoking pretty much every morning, just like a cigarette in the morning, and then 2 or 3 after that. And then I got into my e-cig phase, which first started when I was with my friend Jacob. We went to Westwood, and there's this vapor store over there. I don't remember the name of it, and frankly, I don't want to tell you the name of it because it was a horrible store. And thankfully, you've never been there. It was a horrible store.
I've been there. It's pretty bad.
Yo, you've been there without me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jimmy.
really?
Jimmy smokes a lot, dude.
He went to the vapor store?
He goes there.
Okay.
It's all shit from there.
Yeah, so I got a Ego Twist. I actually have it here with me. Nope, that's different. I have two.
The fact that you have to say nope just shows how much stuff you have.
I think this is it. This was my first Ego Twist that I got. I got this along with a silver one, which broke. But this one works, except the battery comes out of the shell. And it still works, but it just comes out of the shell. Let me just take a vape for a second. I've been without it.
The urge is real. How much is my DNA? Jesus, this doesn't charge at all.
Okay, so I got the Ego Twist with Airheads, which is a flavor. It's like a watermelon menthol gum flavor or something, and I got that and used it for a while. And then I got my iTaste MVP version 2 right here. Barney is what I called it. And I used that along with a few different tanks and stuff. First started out with the Pro Tank 2 just to keep it simple, and I just used that for a long time. Then I started getting into other ones. I started getting into Pro Tank Mini. I got into... what other ones?
Pro Tank 2, Pro Tank Mini, Aspire Nautilus.
Yeah, I was going to say that. The Aspire Nautilus was the catalyst for me changing to mechanical mods, because when I was starting to go into Vapor Spot around the time of that, which was around November of last year, I saw that there were a lot of people there with drippers, and you know, just blowing these huge clouds. I had no idea what they were doing. So I saw these and I was like, oh, I want one of those. I want one of those. They're like, oh, you have to build it yourself. So I was like, fuck that. I want to build myself. That sounds so much like so much work. So I ended up getting the Aspire Nautilus, which was the top, device of the time. Now it's like a adjustable airflow. We did a review on it. You've seen it. It's an adjustable airflow device in line with the Aerotank Mega and Mini by
Kanger.
No, either Kanger or Heineken.
No, it's Kanger.
The Kanger? Okay. Yeah, so those came out later, though. This was the first of its kind with adjustable airflow. I got that, and I was producing a lot more vapor than I was before, but nothing in comparison to drippers. So I decided one day, just like, I want to get a mechanical. I actually, Alex's
you were driving
friend.
in the car.
No, Alex's friend, his name is Justin. He used to vape, or he still does vape on mechanicals and all that, and he goes to the store where I got this Chiyu from, and he came over one day to help me with a few music things, and he showed me these mechanicals, and he was telling me about it, where he got them from, how much they were, and stuff like that, and I was like, shit, that shit's cool. So I decided to go that same day with Alex, I was with you, to Vape Day LA, Vapor Bar LA. And what I picked up there, I picked up my Patriot clone, the Chiyu clone, and this grape juice.
It's pretty good.
This grape juice right here. It's really good, except it's really strong. It's a really strong 6 milligram. It tastes like you're vaping on 12 or 10.
Continue. I gotta pee.
Okay. So, yeah, I was just, I got that, and then I was using that for like a solid 2 months or so, and then after that, as you saw in the Chiyu video, I got in contact with Brian from Majestic Vapes, where we first started our vaping channel, because of that's a different story. When I was starting up my vaping channel, I was in contact with Brian from Majestic Vapes, as Alex was, and we were both getting a few samples of stuff to review. A few of them you've seen, a few of them you haven't yet. We're getting to it. And when I got there, he told me that there was this thing called the Pegasus, which was supposedly this really cool high-end mod, and he said it was like around $200. He gave me a bit of a discount, and I got it. I got like serial number 38. He only had like 2 left when he got it. He got like 10 or 5 to 10 in stock at his store, and I got like the second to last one, and I was the same day he got them. They were really, and they still are really wanted by everyone. And for good reason, because it's the hardest hitting mod that I have ever tried, and I have tried quite a few mods. But, so yeah, I got that, and then a few months later I got the Stingray with a few different tanks. Anyway, the rest is sort of blurred out because it was all intermitted between each other, different tanks at different times. But the way that our vape channel came along was Alex and I were both vaping. We both were vaping for at least 2 months. I was vaping for like a year and a half. He was 2 months. And I said to him, I was like, I know quite a bit about vaping at this point, and Alex is starting out, sort of, and he's learning his way. So I think one of the cool things that we should do is start our own vaping channel and help people with trying to decide whether they should get good mods, which ones are good, devices, juices, stuff like that. And yeah, that's basically how my vaping career has happened and how Lemon Vapes came along. Now, interesting thing, lemon. Let's explain this. Alex, I think you have the best description.
All right, so junior year, Tommy's junior year in high school, he posted a status on Facebook saying, "Why do we use fake lemons and lemonade, but real lemons to scent our furniture?" And then our friend Matt kind of sprung this idea about a whole lemon joke. So this joke kind of progressed all the way through till this very day. For his birthday, I think it was 2 years ago now.
Yep.
I bought him for his birthday present a sack of lemons, a packet of Emergency citrus flavored, and a Pop-Tart, because he would always come to my house and eat Pop-Tarts. So that's where the birthday came in. Then, fast forward till this birthday, I bought you a sack of lemons again.
No. So throughout my senior year, I got really involved in theater, aside from music, which I've always been involved in. And for every fall, they have a fall play with the advanced theater group. So I was in that group, and at the last night, Alex put lemons on my car, and the play we did was 39 Steps, which is a really, really funny play, but that's a different story. So Alex put 39 lemons on my car when I got out from changing and stuff like that, and like him and all my friends were just like posing on my car, and it was pretty funny. And then
we had a lemon fight.
Yeah, they started throwing lemons at each other, and then the person that was in charge, one of the people that was in charge of the show, came out and like yelled at them.
And we bolted right when they started yelling.
Yeah. So yeah, and then after that, when we were trying to come up with a name for our channel, we just said, why not Lemon Vapes? Because lemon is an inside joke and it's catchy, so we decided to do Lemon Vapes. Surprisingly, I don't really like that much of anything lemon except for lemonade. So, yeah.
I mean, it just kind of, it rolls off the tongue, Lemon Vapes. LV.
Now, really quickly, I just want to share with you a few juices that I got today and that I've got recently anyway. You can go.
Well, so today's pickup from the store that I got for free, Space Jam, as everyone knows. Take it
Space Jam, Galactica, right? And for me, I got 2 different juices. I literally sat there tasting 25 different juices because I'm so picky when it comes to them. And I was trying to find one that was going to last me another 3 months, like some juices do. The last 3 months has been Cash, which is this tobacco flavor from Vapor Spot. Yeah, so when I went to the store today, I literally tried 25 different juices, and I got Epic Juices Apple Jacks, which is like the big craze right now, and I understand why. It tastes exactly like it.
It's so good.
And then I got Pomegranate Champagne, which is like a candied pomegranate flavor, and it tastes pretty good. This next flavor is the one I'm vaping on currently in my K-Fun on my DNA, and it's called Nina, which is a cinnamon and sugar flavor, which there will be a review on when it comes to all of the Vapor Spot juice lines of rock and roll people, or, you know, singers from the 70s and 60s, because that is one of them. And I will do a full review on that, but I can say right now that it's
really freaking
epic
good.
flavor. It's really good.
Why are you using me as an armrest?
Do you really have to ask that question? Like, why not? Table's too far away.
He's a bitch, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly.
So yeah, there's our lives are pretty boring right now because, you know, summer just started, and I'm heading down to San Diego this week to visit my cousin. I will try what I'm thinking about doing one of these weeks, hopefully this Thursday, is doing a daily vlog instead of this type of video, just to, you know, change it up a bit. Thursday is going to be the video where it's not the same every week. So we're going to try and do I'm going to try and do a daily vlog of my life. Sadly, Alex will not be in that video unless he is there in the morning on Thursday, because that's the day that I leave. But we may do it on Wednesday. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, and then at the end of this month, I leave for Florida, like June 26th for about 7 days. I think it is 7-8 days for July 4th, and then I leave for Israel on Birthright in August, and then at some point I'm going to Hawaii.
Yeah, we're gonna still try and figure that out regarding how the videos will go. Then there will still be videos, just whether or not Alex is in them. Because Alex will be gone. We may film them before, we may film them... I may just be the only person doing it. Sorry to everybody who hates that.
Why would they hate that?
Because people hate me.
Yeah, well, that's pretty easy to have happen.
Yeah, so... I don't think there's much else to talk about. Just let us know how your lives are going.
And here's a picture of a lemon.
Let us know how your lives are going. Because, yeah, I think it would be pretty cool to know how our subscribers are doing, how you guys are all feeling today and stuff like that. So, once we start getting a few more products in, we will start doing giveaways. At this point in time, it's really hard to, since we're just starting out. As much as like we would really want to give back to you guys, we don't have anything that we don't use every day that we would like to give back.
And at the same time, we aren't, like some of these big channels are receiving items from companies, so we can't really do that yet. Along with the fact that we only have a few subscribers, so all 38 of you, thank you for subscribing, but we're not going to do a giveaway when the chances of every one of you winning is very, very high. We want it to be evenly distributed, and we want to be able to make it interesting for
Exactly. So we really hope you enjoy this video. If you want us to do different things on Thursdays, we're all for it, because this is like one of the things that's sort of a lot of fun for us, because we just get to talk to you guys about our lives. And we may end up doing these more often instead of just Thursdays. We may do more than one every week. So yeah, just let us know how you guys like this, and we will talk to you later.